Mm. Hello, everyone. Oh, man. Mm-mm-mm. Wow. I'm still gonna stuff my face while I'm waiting for y'all to get in here. Mm-mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. CSX day in life. I was gonna make a video on this. I decided to do this instead. I'll see how accurate this video really is. I've seen it before, probably, gosh, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 months ago, right when it first came out. We're gonna see what this guy says. I see Joe made a video on it too 4 hours ago. So cringe. Real fan, what's up, man? How are you? CSX wants you. CSX very cringy recruiting video. I haven't seen that one. We're gonna go over. We're gonna watch this one, and hope to God I don't get copyright strike. Probably will though. I'm just gonna turn this into a video also. After this is done with, I'm just going to edit. I'm gonna upload it Sunday. I go back to work tomorrow night. Spooner, Happy New Year, man. Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Hope all is well. We're gonna watch this cringy CSX video and to see if it's true or not. I guess we'll get started. Doesn't matter. More people will trickle in, I'm sure. Railline, what's up, man? The classic phone call at 1:59 in the morning. That's true. Happens more than day shift, that's for sure. CSX crew management.
Yeah, this is RJ Johnson. Yeah, I got a train from Birmingham to Nashville at 0400. Train Q68421. And the engineer is TD Johns. Oh yeah, she's good. She's been working like 15 years. All right, I'll be there. Hey, babe.
That does not happen. You don't have conversations with crew call. And most of the time it's automated. At least NS says. It says, this is a message for Edward Cobb. You are called for 6:30 or 0630 a.m. for train 210A. Press 1 to accept. And once you accept it, that's it. I think this guy is a train master, and I'll tell you, I'll show you why if I remember the video correctly. I think he is a train master who maybe used to be a conductor on the ground.
Just got a call.
A long time ago.
Well, that's the typical start to my day as a CSX freight conductor.
Yeah, that's true.
People ask me how I do it, and I tell them the same thing every time. I was meant to work the trains. Now, it's not for everybody, but if you
got the body of a conductor,
it's an extremely rewarding job. Sure, the hours are long, and the work can be challenging. I mean, railroading is an outdoor job. We come across all the weather conditions: rain, sleet, snow, freezing temperatures. And because I'm on call,
you feel confident you just snacked her.
Family events.
Probably is.
Like tomorrow,
Kendall, what's up, man?
My little man's
Pittsburgh,
birthday,
it's cold up
I'm
there.
miss it because the job I just got called on. But when I get back,
Ah, the old trusty. You're gonna miss your kids' stuff, birthdays and stuff like that. I don't know. We all know that's true, and you're liable, but we also know that you can mark off sick. You know, if it's that important to you, just mark off sick. Stay at home. But yeah, that could be true. You know, if you get called out the day before and you can't make it back home in time. Spooner, yeah, that's right. I wouldn't personally. If it was me, I'd just mark off sick.
we'll spend some quality time with it.
And that, hang on, what did he just say?
But when I get back, we'll spend some quality time with it.
When I get back, I'm gonna spend some quality time. What? Your 10 hours rest? You better go to sleep. You ain't called right back out.
You know, as challenging as this job is, I wouldn't want to be doing anything else. So you're thinking about becoming a freight conductor at CSX, huh? Come on, spend the day with me. I'll show you what it's like. CSX operates in 23 states, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, safely moving freight from major cities to markets all over our
Rails,
country.
what's up, man?
You see, railroads are essential to the success
Reacting
of
to this
America.
good old CSX
We
video.
carry just about anything you can imagine.
That's true. I think I've told y'all this story before, but it had either Secret Service or Homeland Security or someone else follow our train. Hey, Bill. And it was in Chattanooga. It was coming back to Sheffield, and we were followed by a gray Ford Explorer with a blacked out tent. The guy had black aviators on, just like the movies, and a black mustache. And I didn't get a chance to ask him, but it was the head six car. Our head six is what they were focused on. And every train we passed, the conductor had to be on the ground and actually inspect the train. I don't know what was carrying. Probably guns, drugs.
Like other facets of the transportation industry, working on the railroad is regulated highly by the federal government to keep us all safe. Now, as a new hire, you have to pass urine and hair follicle testing before you can start employment with CSX.
Yeah, that's common with NS too. Well, I don't know. I've actually heard some people didn't get hair tested. Really, I haven't seen it in a couple months, but I know a lot of people watch it. Newer conductors wanting to get into it. So, here we go. This is why I believe he's a train master. Look at what he's driving. He's driving that old classic Ford, whatever that. I don't know if it's an Explorer, but the old classic, SUV type cars.
And daily, conductors and anyone associated with train movement are subject to drug and alcohol regulations, which means I have to be clean and sober when I'm reporting for duty, on CSX property, staying at a facility paid for by CSX, like a CLC hotel, or operating.
Yeah, we did a hair
CSX
test too.
vehicle.
I think I might have read where somebody said they didn't actually have a hair test, or just a pee test,
reasonable cause testing.
which is kind of scary.
As a conductor, I'm responsible for the safety of the train and my coworkers. I'm also
It's not too
responsible
hard
for
to
the
pass a
safety of
piss
the
test.
people in the communities while we travel. Now, every day is not
Yeah,
the
that's
same
what I
for us.
said, real, and I
As a
watched
new
it.
hire,
Like,
you work
I
most
remember
every
saying, like,
day.
his vest sure
There's
is
not a
clean.
set schedule. That means even though we're on call, we have to be available to report within a 2-hour notice.
I see CSX uses crew call. I mean,
Right now, I work
mainframe.
nights, weekends, and holidays. And as I gain seniority, well, I'll be able to bid on the shifts that I want, which means I have
Oh,
a
yeah, that
say
makes sense,
in when
Rails.
I work and where I work. So the shifts get better. Now, for now, I'm guaranteed to work 5 days a week with a maximum 12-hour shift, followed by 10 hours of undisturbed rest.
10 hours of undisturbed rest. I've told this story too. So we have a engineer in Sheffield. His name is Jared Cobb, and my name, of course, is Joey Cobb. And there's his Facebook, just so y'all know I ain't bullshitting. But they called me. I just got off work, and I say just got off work. I had been at home maybe, I think 8 hours, 6, 7, 8 hours. I got a phone call. And I was like, what? Why are y'all calling me? And I answered it. And they said, hey, Jared, we need you to come get a train. It died. And we're going to call extra crew for you to come get this train and take it back to the yard. And I was like, I'm not an engineer. And he said, it was a girl. She said, is this Joey? Or is this Jared Cobb? I said, this is Joey Cobb. She was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I was like, you can go ahead and reset that time. So I got 10 extra hours from that point on.
That's
glad.
the FRA hours of service law. And as you can imagine, we do a lot of travel. More than 75% of the nights, I'm on the road.
Yep. Especially on the extra board. Dog catching.
Some days I see work during the daylight and I go home at night. And then some days I'll work all night before getting a hotel to get my rest and then scheduling a train to head back home.
This is another reason why I don't think he knows what he's talking about. He said he's scheduling a train?
Before getting a hotel to get my rest and then scheduling a train to head back home.
I ain't scheduling nothing. Well, none of us schedule anything.
So yeah, it's a tough job, but it's great for me. I mean, I have great pay, some of the best health benefits in the country, and I get to participate in railroad retirement, which is better than Social Security from what I hear. But the best part, I get to work the trains every day.
Work the trains every day.
Once we're on
All
duty,
right.
we conduct a job briefing with each other to discuss how to perform our work tasks safely and proficiently.
Wrong.
We also receive a briefing from the manager of train operations or the yard supervisor.
Super
Now, they'll
wrong.
brief us on any additional work we may need to accomplish and provide us
Do any of y'all talk to y'all's... Anybody go up to y'all's office and talk to y'all's yard master like this? I've never seen anything like this. Our day consists of going to the washroom, getting on the computer, doing whatever we got to do on the computer, and then calling the yard master on the phone and saying, "All right, what do we need? What do you want us to do?" But I've never seen any of that. I've never talked to anybody like that in my life. Crazy.
with a message concerning safety. Safety is a big priority. Then I'll conduct a job briefing with the train engineer and discuss all the aspects of how we're going to go about doing it. Depending on the job,
Yeah.
we may discuss the switch.
We talked to our
list,
engineer.
build a train or train manifest and inspection requirements to move a train. on
Nice,
the
rail lines. I'm
train
actually
or
waiting for them to call me
deliver
also.
cars to a customer at their industry.
I interviewed with NS today, but
Like
it
I
wasn't for a
said, every
conductor
day is
position.
not the same for a freight
It
conductor.
was for a carman position because I was a carman before I was a conductor.
You see, once the job and safety briefings are completed, then it's time to put the boots on the ballast. That's the rock that the tracks are on. Now, there are many, many jobs for a conductor, but safety, that's the
Look at that vest and that radio. That radio is brand new. That vest is brand new. And them gloves are also brand new.
top priority. You see, we're the eyes and the ears of the engineer, especially when they're backing up or making shoving movements. CSXT 2359, I'm up and riding. I'm clear of all tracks. Go ahead and shove back 50 car lengths.
Clear of all... What? Do y'all say clear of all tracks? I understand the up and riding part. I don't ride boxcars like that, though. I can tell you that. I do not keep my feet on that bottom rung. I step up one. That way I'm not hanging by one arm. I guess that's probably the wrong way I did it,
Now,
but
besides walking on ballast and other uneven surfaces, you'll be expected to mount and dismount.
let's look at them boots real quick. Seth. Oh, so as a conductor, this is what we're going over. So, I'm going to make this a video and I'm going to upload it probably Sunday. But really, a job as a conductor it's your job to maintain the movement, or not, I'm going to say the movement. Your job is the train is the conductor's responsibility. The engineer's responsibility is the locomotives and getting from point A to point B. Your job is to switch rail cars, build trains if you have to, serve customers, swap out empties with loads, or vice versa, put in loads and pull empties. Communicate with engineer, counting them down to couples and stuff like that. I've got a butt ton of videos all about being a conductor and what it's really like. So whenever you get some time, you can go through it.
Equipment multiple times a day.
And I'll
You may
have more.
to even go to the other side or set a
Nobody
handbrake.
that happy out there.
Now, many times my day includes riding the side of rail equipment. Sometimes to put cars in
Modern,
order
what's up,
or
man?
get them ready for an order to a customer. And sometimes I have to mount
I remember NS teaching this too in school. Butt down and using your back foot pointing out,
or
which it does
dismount
work.
the equipment
Good
while
man.
it's still moving, but only if it's 4 miles an hour or less.
Wrong? I'm going to jump off that joker
Now,
at
frequently
whatever
you have
speed
to
I have
bend
to.
or kneel a lot, like when you're lacing up an air hose.
And to inspect wheels and
Did you all see that? He got lucky.
Up an air hose.
If that joker wouldn't have failed,
And to inspect wheels and brake shoes or perform brake inspections. Of course, each of these tasks must be carefully coordinated with the engineer. We are a crew
you don't get to do what at BNSF? Talk to anybody or
that looks out for each other, so clear and consistent communication is essential for a safe day. No cutting corners here.
nobody rides rail cars like this. Nobody.
No.
Well, maybe somebody does, but I didn't. I stood up on this rung. I would stand up and turn my foot sideways, and then I'd wrap my arm around the top rung, and I could just sit there for an hour. Modern. Oh, I don't know, man. I would say BN, just because it's a. Screw UP. I would say BN. But that's just I don't know enough about the two. I just know BN pays good, and it's also not a publicly traded company. Warren Buffett owns BN, so and it Warren Buffett. Yeah. Warren. I think it is Warren Buffett.
No cutting corners here. All of these tasks are
really, I would go with whoever offers you the job first, or the quickest.
These are just some of the things you'll learn.
Because you never know, BN may not give it to you.
At the Atlanta Training Center. It's our premier facility where most.
Why is this tank car laying on the ground? Why is this one off the tracks also? What is that? Okay.
CSX operational careers begin. The railroad is a highly regulated industry, so in addition to the hands-on training, there's a lot of information that's covered as well. This includes topics like the operating rules, signal systems,
yeah, they never hire in Birmingham,
and operating regulations. You will be expected to successfully complete some online training courses along with classroom instruction and hands-on competencies in the field. Each conductor new hire is
that looks like NS's training center in Georgia. Teach you how to lace air hoses and tie down handbrakes. Use a brake tool. Change knuckles.
Expected to achieve a minimum cumulative score of 90% to continue with the program and complete
how to throw
some
a switch.
Tests.
Why does that guy look so mad? Did you see that?
90% to continue with the program and complete some physical tests to ensure you have adequate upper and lower body strength.
I missed it again.
With the program.
That guy looks angry. That's the real meaner of a conductor. That guy's also yoked, man. Good grief.
And complete some physical tests to ensure you have adequate upper and lower body strength, endurance, and balance.
Yeah, rail lines. Yeah, that's. You can go to your profile. I actually show y'all mine because I applied with NS. Let's see, Norfolk Southern career search, view profile. Log in right here. So if you go right here and you click on jobs applied, you can see all the jobs that I have applied for. You can see it where you're at. So freight car repair, I sent my interview stuff in today. Conductor Birmingham, that's from 2018. That's what I was trying to transfer. Where's the one out right here? Here's the one I applied for in Birmingham recently. So it says we're currently reviewing all applications. If it still says that, then you're good. As long as it doesn't say this right here, application declined. Yeah, I've applied for all this stuff. I could log into my other account and show you guys where all my applications I sent in. I was talking about 6 years. Yeah, go in there and check that and see what that says. What do I normally do? Try to stay awake, honestly. Talk to the dispatcher if you have to. We have to call signal. So like whenever we see a clear signal, like we had a signal called Oldham going to Memphis. We'd say, as soon as we realize it's a clear block, we'd say, whatever our train symbol is, 23N is one of them that was going to Memphis. So we'd say 23N clear Oldham. So every signal, which is normally like 2 miles, mile and a half, every 2 miles you'd have a signal. Sometimes 3. we did that. But we also had a copy track authority. So if we had a track authority from, say, mile marker 1 to mile marker 40, normally around mile marker 30, we're toning up dispatcher and saying, hey, we're going to stop and wait on one at mile marker 40, or we can go ahead and copy another one. And then as you're still rolling 50, 60 miles an hour, you're copying track authorities, looking at signals, and then reading the track authority back and all that good stuff. It gets a little hectic at times, but you also got another set of eyes, engineers sitting there watching too. But yeah, that's it. Try and stay awake. Holler at dispatcher if you need to. Talk to engineer. A lot of stories are shared. Conversations. Anything to keep you awake.
Balance, because that's absolutely essential for this position.
Hey, Kendall, KCS doesn't run up here. They stop from Meridian.
Ladder hang, and replacing an 80-pound knuckle should it become necessary to make a repair to keep the train moving on our network.
Knuckles don't weigh 80 pounds. Not even close.
It's just part of the job. Even for me, all this was tough. But hey, I love having a rewarding career.
Dude, that guy I'm talking about, that dude's arm is the size of my head.
But hey, I love having a rewarding career as a railroad conductor.
Sheesh.
I also look forward to the opportunities this job provides as I grow with
this vestiaire is clean too, though.
Seniority and experience. In addition,
I'm pretty sure this is Birmingham.
Railroad operations, what I learned here will make me a great candidate for other union positions like a locomotive engineer, remote control locomotive operator, train dispatcher, or yard supervisor.
Ooh, what a mess.
I can even move into a management position by applying for a position as manager of train operations or manager of safety operations.
Frankly, that's all good stuff. But the best part of this job is working on these trains.
Working on these trains.
Well, looks like I've made it to Nashville.
Yeah, I thought it was Birmingham.
I'll be headed to the railroad-provided hotel to get some sleep and wait for the phone to ring.
All right, let me know. Where's the suitcase at? He ain't got no suitcase.
To train back home to Birmingham. But before I do that, I'll need to complete my train ticket and report my accurate hours to ensure that I'm allowed my necessary rest period before going back to work. Accurate reporting is also a federal regulatory requirement.
What was that?
I'll grab a bite to eat.
Did y'all notice that? He has no idea how to access mainframe. If you aren't on a train and you are, and you are doing yard work, what's it like? Yard work, you're going to talk to the yard master, and then you're going to just do what they say. So you'll holler at the yard master, and, if you have to go to one end of the yard, you'll holler at another crew at the end of the yard, ask them what they're doing, and then communicate with engineer, making couples, pulling tracks, tell them your line didn't track whatever, double check, all that good stuff. And then, yeah, it's just pretty much you're just a puppet, man. You just do whatever the yard master needs you to do. Pull RIP tracks, which is rail cars in what's it RIP stand for? Repairs in progress. Or you'll put cars that go to the shop into the car shop, and you could do all kinds of stuff. I remember one day we put RIP cars in the shop. We humped cars because the RCO guy wasn't there that day. We went and got a train that was off in Decatur and had to bring it to the yard, then put the power up. Then we had to hang power, and then finally it was 12 hours and it was time to go. You literally could do anything in the yard. You could work the pullback, go help with the pullback if they need your help. You could. The options are limitless. Whatever they need you to do, you'll be doing it. But this guy does not know how to operate mainframe. Once you start to learn mainframe, you'll know exactly what you need to push in order to tie up and get out, and it's 4. No. Yard time return 5. It's 5. And watch his hands on the keyboard.
Before going back to work. Accurate reporting is also...
You don't have a clue. You don't have a clue. So I think this guy's really a train master, or some type of intern, maybe. Who knows?
Grab a bite to eat.
And all of a sudden, he's got a suitcase. Where does that come from? And it's got Tennessee. What?
And get to bed so I can be rested for a return train that should be called around 0500 in the morning. Whew. I was on that run for 48 hours.
I'm ready to spend some time.
48 hours. So you're telling me it took them 12 hours to get to Nashville. And they sat in the hotel for 24 hours. And it took them 12 hours to get home?
Time with my son, my
No.
family, and relax. Now, I hope this video was helpful for you. But railroading is such an amazing career.
Yeah, Rails,
I'm
that's
looking
true. I
forward
don't
to you
either.
getting yours started and joining us with the team at CSX.
What did he say?
Railroading is such.
I was on that run for
0
48
500.
hours.
Yeah.
I'm ready to spend some time with my son, my family, and relax. Now,
Time to spend some time with my son and my family and relax. Nah, bro, you got 10 hours and you're going right back out.
I hope this video was helpful for you.
He's also got that classic company man polo on.
But railroading is such an amazing career.
Seems like a genuine
I'm
guy.
looking forward to you getting yours started and joining us.
50 hours. Wait, so Rails, is y'all's detention time stop after 24? Or does it keep going? Because NS will start at 16 but stops at 24. So you only get 8 hours of detention pay. Versus engineers, it doesn't stop. That would suck.
With the team at CSX.
You for real family. Hey, man. How are you? That's interesting. I want to say the CSX recruiting video. I haven't seen it. This is a reaction to the 4-foot. I've never seen his channel before. A day in the life of the Norfolk Southern Conductor. Oh, dang. Well, that makes sense. I hate being stuck, man. Chattanooga's the same way. We would be stuck in Chattanooga forever. 173-mile run. Wow. Yeah, that's how it is for us 16. Wait, what is y'all's KCS contract? Does it start at like 20 hours or something like that? I could see Norfolk Southern actually copyrighting this one, but oh well, it doesn't matter. Not your typical 9 to 5. Yeah. Oh, I remember seeing this in class.
Conductor is not your typical 9 to
I can go ahead and tell you right now, this is a train master 100%. This ain't no conductor.
5.
Jeans are clean. He's got that classic polo on, a new vest, new radio, no gloves. No gloves.
It's exciting yet demanding.
Where's your
requiring
gloves at, brother?
alertness and a good deal of physical activity. I've been with the railroad going on 8 years now, and I can tell you, it has its share of pros and cons. Don't get me wrong, I love what I do, but it's not for everyone. Let me show you what I'm talking about so you can decide if being a conductor is right for you. Norfolk Southern is a solid Fortune
there's the
500
gloves.
company that's been around
Brand
for
new.
a long time. I like the security of knowing that it will be there for me both now and when I retire. To make sure it is, we take pride in what we do and work hard every day. Norfolk Southern operates 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all year long. And so do
Yeah,
conductors.
sure did, didn't you?
That's great for me.
Hang on, I want to see what he said right here. Yeah, his boots are new, ain't they?
Norfolk Southern is a solid Fortune 500 company that's been around for a long time. I like the security of knowing that it will be there for me both now and when I retire.
That's false. And we know that's false because of what they're trying to do. They're trying to get weather conductors. Oh man, can you imagine the memes that would be created if somebody took this video, whenever NS does away with conductors, if they get away with it, take this video and tags Norfolk Southern and talks about this conductor saying my job's gonna be there now and when I retire. Oh man, that'd be
To
great.
make sure it is,
Priceless.
we take pride in what we do and work hard every day. Norfolk Southern operates 24 hours a day.
The reality
7
is
days a
messy.
week,
You fan,
all year long.
you're exactly correct.
And so do the conductors.
It is.
That's great for
Get
me.
you wrote up before you even
I'm
start.
not a 9-to-5 kind of guy. Never have been, never will be. I like a lot of variety in my schedule. Don't like the same old thing day after day. But that also means that when I'm on call, I have to be available to work on 90 minutes notice, regardless of time or weather conditions. It's a tough job at first, but you get used to
That's a good way to get popped in the face.
notice, regardless of time or weather.
There's no straps on these hoses. So if this had a little bit of air on it and this guy wasn't careful, I've actually seen that happen at my old job.
Time or weather conditions. It's a tough job at first, but you get used to it. You just have to decide if it's right for you.
Oh, you talking about when he turned the valve in? Let's go back and look. I'm curious. They don't look like they are they?
This.
Nice. No, they're not at all. That's great. That's good. That's a good catch right there, Real.
That's great for me. I'm not a 9-to-5 kind of time or weather conditions.
Yeah, nut
It's a tough
shot.
job at
Yeah,
first,
that's right.
but you get used to it. You just have to decide if it's right for you.
Oh, that was slick. Did y'all catch that editing? The editing trait. Look, they put it right here on the side of their rail car. That's pretty good. Oh, I forgot all about that rule. Do they have a goofy rule where you have to walk is it not 50 feet? Is it like 10 feet away from the knuckle? We have to walk around it. If you see this conductor right here, you'll see him. He's walking away from the knuckle.
To be honest, one of the perks of this job, well, besides getting to ride around in a locomotive, is the great pay. I have the best health and retirement benefits of any job I've ever had. You wouldn't think that's important at my age, but believe me, it is.
Yeah, maybe it is
My
25
family
foot
and
rail. I
I
think that's right.
certainly enjoy the compensation. There's some lifestyle adjustments we've had to make, whether at home or on the road. There's no alcohol when I could get called into work. And there are no illegal drugs, ever. And yes,
She
there
sounds
is
like a
random
dispatcher,
drug
doesn't she?
testing.
Very properly spoken.
I've learned to manage my rest so I'm alert on the job. Sometimes that means missing my favorite TV
Until she had
show
accent at
or
one
dinner
point in
with the
time,
family.
she's handling
But
it pretty
pays
well.
off when I have to wake up super early and be ready to go. Sometimes I'm working away from home a couple of days at a time. My family has learned to adjust to me not being there. Sometimes I think they like it.
Ha ha ha.
In addition to the lifestyle challenges,
Yeah, that's true.
being a railroad conductor is physically challenging. But if you're like me, I'm always outdoors anyway, and I try to stay in shape. It's better than pushing paper behind a desk, I always say.
We're looking at brand new boots. No gloves. Where's them gloves at?
This crushed rock is called ballast.
That's a start.
It slides under your feet like sand, and lots of times it's on a slope. Sometimes
Yeah, you beat
might
Phil.
have to
You're
walk
right.
on this for 12
A lot of people
hours
drink
at a
as soon as they
time.
get home.
Great for practicing your balance, though. And it's not
Nope,
just
there's her
walking.
gloves.
How's your upper body strength? We get to climb all kinds of cars, and of course, learn to do so safely. In fact,
Oh boy, look at
Northwest
that.
Southern puts us through
I remember those days. We didn't have orange hats. They gave us orange vests. Man, there's a lot of people there.
lots of training throughout our careers.
Let's see how this guy's riding this rail car. Nobody rides rail cars like that.
Lots of training
That's
throughout
why they
our
teach
careers.
that.
If climbing on a rail car and holding on with one hand while a train is moving doesn't bother you, then you just might be cut out to be a conductor.
Oh no, I don't work for a CSX yet. I applied with them. I'm waiting on them to call me or whatever. Interview or sent in my interview questions today to NS for who was it? Oh, NS. Yeah, right over that 3 points of contact. Yep. Hey, NS real fan. Rookies. Yeah, real. That's true. We had some guys get in trouble.
Conductors have to be in good shape. Besides walking on ballast, there's lifting involved.
That looks like a straight terminal. That's a train master or a terminal manager. It's got to be superintendent.
A knuckle is a coupler component that is made from solid cast steel and can weigh up to 85 pounds. If a knuckle...
Nice. Look, I can teach y'all something right here with this one. He just said 85 pounds. CSX said 80.
A knuckle is a coupler
Now NS is saying 85
solid
pounds.
cast steel and can weigh up to 85 pounds.
No. No, I'm not working for a railroad right now. I'm still at Nucor. Not yet. Anyways, I'm patiently waiting. So I've applied to NS, CSX. We're gonna see what they say. I would imagine NS is gonna jump on it pretty quick whenever they run across my application, just because I don't think I have to go back to school. I'm not really aiming towards it. I mean, the downfall to CSX is I have to go to school for 4 weeks, but either one. The first one that contacts me and hires me, I'm going. Yeah, yeah, they are heavy. That's true. They are heavy. Yeah, knuckle pin, knuckle.
If a knuckle comes
The
loose,
component on the inside is called a knuckle lock.
I get to replace
And there's
it.
another component called a
Hey, if I can
thrower.
do it,
And then a
so
knuckle
can
lock
you.
assembly, which is the piece that connects down here to the cut lever.
Hey, if I can do it, so can you. If you're not able...
Yeah, I'd say they're closer to 50 or 60 also. Lightweight. Is that a Ronnie Coleman? Is that a Ronnie Coleman reference, Modern? NS is more fast and higher than CSX. I don't know. We'll see. I applied at both of them the same day, so I'm doing a little test myself. No, I do not rail fan. I don't have anything against rail fans. You know, some guys on the railroad have something to say. I don't. Hey, if you enjoy it, that's great. That's all that matters. Yeah, that's knuckle lock. Yeah, the gut's falling out. That's your knuckle lock.
able to do this job. For your safety and that of your coworkers, your training will cease and your application for employment will be rejected. This is a particularly critical issue for those of you considering giving up another job to become a conductor.
I'm located in
If
Birmingham.
you have led a sedentary life or doubt for any other reason that you have the physical capability to perform the activities shown here, you should think carefully about whether this job is right for you. And keep in mind, too, that the activities you have seen...
You see the difference there? Look at this gentleman's vest.
Whether this job is right for you. And keep
That guy's vest is dirty. He's wearing some Carhartt. Look at his gloves. Some gloves dirty as hell.
in mind, too, that the activities you have seen here go on all day and all night, 365 days a year.
Screams
in
terminal
snow,
super. That's what I think.
freezing rain,
Terminal
and under a
superintendent.
hot, blazing sun.
There's another old
No
head
matter
of
what the
conductor right there. Look at
We
that.
are still out here. Norfolk Southern is a first-class company that I am proud to work for. It's going places, and I'm glad to be going with them. The company vision says a lot. To be the safest, most customer-focused, and successful transportation company in the world. Thank you for your interest in Norfolk Southern.
Oh, nice. That's good. It's cold up there, that's for sure.
And please,
How long do you have to train as a CT? Is it 12 weeks now? I think it's supposed to be 12 weeks. 3
make
months?
an informed choice. See you on the rails.
Yeah, that's not their motto anymore. Their motto changed when I was still out there, actually. Let's see if they have it on their website. Safety went from first to third. Where is it at? Norfolk Southern put motto. Visions and value. Let's see if I can find it. Visions and value. Okay, so they changed it. Safety first. Performance. Integrity. We do the right thing. We are open, fair, honest, and straightforward. No comment. I'm not even going to go there. Respect. We believe in the importance of all of their stakeholders. Ah, you spelled shareholders wrong. Innovative or innovation. Teamwork. Yeah. Okay. Whatever y'all say. Yeah, it was third when I was there. It's when the clean sheet came into effect. 1.5 feet of snow. Holy cow. Oh yeah, vaccinations. You either have to be vaccinated or have a religious accommodation or health accommodation. Let's see if I can find the CSX recruiting video. I still want to see it. It's this one, but I don't know where it's at. I gotta find it. Who's this by? Fast forward. Working on the railroad. CSX careers. Fast forward. Hey, look, I know that guy. Wow, I was skinny 2 years ago. No, I can't stand the cold. I'd much rather work in 100-degree heat, 110-degree index. Yeah, and that's derails a lot too because they stop worrying about their freaking track maintenance. Hey, look, there I am again. This guy Anthony, he's got good videos on how to survive school and whatnot. There it is, class 1 hiring process. I don't see that video. Maybe we need to go to their page. Let's see. Where is this video at? It's gone. Did they take it down because it was that cringe? Are we going to watch that guy's video? I guess so. Oh, this is the same one, isn't it? I think it is.
Hey, it's John.
Okay, it's the same video. Um. Hey, Jay Brett. So I got an email today from NS. I applied for a carman because I was a carman before conductor, just to get back on the railroad, of course. But I submitted my interview questions today. I'm curious what this guy has to say. The 4-foot. What's it like working on the railroad? Let's see what pops up. Besides my video. Okay. This guy used to make good videos. He's not as active anymore. Or he's had just started to become active. I don't think... Is he still working for BN? Furloughed. Now what? He must have got the same time that I was around. I got furloughed. December 21st, 2018. I got furloughed March 2019. He must have been with NS, I bet. He's an employee of a BNSF railway company. The thoughts and opinions expressed are mine and not necessarily represent the views of BNSF. Why is this guy so worried about backlash from BN? They ain't studying this YouTube channel. Oh, Mike Barnett, he's CSX engineer. Oh. Oh, is it really? We're required to. You're required to, what, put that disclaimer in there? That what you say doesn't represent BN? That's pretty wild. They told Mike Barnett to take down the videos? Really? That's so stupid, man. Why? Why take down the videos? I don't understand. Atlanta, Georgia Diesel Shop. Wow. Have authorization from the corporate relations. Nice. That's crazy. I would just be sure and just not even mention CSX. Even though, I mean, you could, his vest whenever he's running this locomotive. And of course, I'll just blur out the engine numbers. If it was me, I'd blur out 706. And then be sure and blur that out right there on the back of that vest. If the company found it, I don't know. You'd have a case, I guess. I won't make videos of me being on a locomotive, but the videos that I do make, if I do go with NS or CSX, they'll never know where I'm at. And you'll never know who I'm working for. And if all else fails, I can just take the video out and just leave the audio. Dun dun dun. Yeah, he's got a bunch of them. He's got 7 years ago, 1.7 million views. That video right there alone has probably made him over 10 grand. Yeah, I'm sure he's enjoying retirement. He ain't worried about CSX. Yeah, I noticed. Shot up, looking at your face. You can't see nothing around. I don't blame you. Union Pacific Train Crew. UPS Jobs. This video's gonna get copyright strike.
You've taken a big step to put your career on track with America's most iconic railroad, Union Pacific. Day or night, rain or shine, Union Pacific delivers the goods and materials America depends on. Over 32,000 miles of track in 23 states.
For me, working at the railroad is a challenge. I love challenges, and I love being a part of something that's larger than myself.
Railroading is kind of like learning a new language. You get into it, and it's like nothing you've ever done before. It's rewarding in the aspect that you learn something new every day.
To me, it's like hitting a gold mine, getting a job with the Union Pacific, because it's a great company to work for.
It's not for everybody, but at the
She's
same
a company
time,
woman.
You never know till you give it a shot.
Train crew employees start as brakemen or switchmen. working on trains and in the yard.
You don't have to know about the railroad. They're going to tell you everything you need to know. They provide all the training.
Through comprehensive training, including classroom teaching, on-the-job experience, and through written assessments, train crew employees train to become conductors, who are responsible for the equipment, cargo, and crew, and can advance to become engineers who actually operate the locomotive.
Before I had a job, here I have a career. Here I have advanced up and I've learned to be a locomotive engineer. There's so much room for advancement.
No matter.
Was that a pink reverser I just saw, or was she grabbing a hold of the independent?
And I've learned to be a locomotive engineer.
I mean, they automatic. Oh, okay.
There's so much room for advancement.
Automatic brake.
No matter what your position, dedication to service and safety is
Blue
key.
flags.
The Union
Huh.
Pacific Railroad is #1 in safety.
What the heck is
in the
that?
nation.
Did they put that next to the engineer window?
The Union Pacific Railroad is #1 in safety in the nation. And that's actually peace of mind for my family.
You have to know.
Yeah, why is she carrying? That's not our job. That's the diesel shop or the car man's
Mind for my
job.
family.
You have to know your surroundings. You need to know what you're getting into.
Train crew employees work irregular hours, weekends, holidays, and deal with all kinds of weather.
This railroad runs 365, 24/7.
You're going to be out in the cold. You're going to be out in the rain. You're going to be out when it's 100 degrees. It doesn't matter. The railroad doesn't stop, so you just have to be prepared.
Yeah, that's right. If you get
Never
caught
know when you're
touching
going
that,
to
you're in
work,
trouble.
Never knowing what you're going to be doing, never knowing when you're getting off.
It is a game changer.
Nah, boss, I know when I'm getting off, at least at that 12-hour mark. Or, you know, at least I
Sometimes
know
you
I'm
can
done
work every
working.
other day.
I may not be off. I'm done
Sometimes
working.
you can be called off your rest every 12 hours.
You take a train out of town, you might be gone, 24, 36 hours, because you'll go to the away from home terminal and then you'll stay there for X amount of time until it's your turn to bring a train back into town.
Oh, you definitely need to talk to your family about the process of being on call or even working nights or afternoons. If you're going to work at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you have kids, it's definitely going to affect, maybe seeing their baseball games or football games, whatever sport they're in. That's definitely a sacrifice that you make.
It takes a while to get established on the railroad. It takes a while to build your seniority so that you can work regular every day.
As your seniority grows, your options grow as far as what jobs you can hold regular.
It's like with any job, though. Right off the bat, you got to climb that ladder. When you're the lowest man and you
I never got
start
to miss the
out, it's a
RCO
rough
stuff.
go. You just got to go where they tell you to go until you get enough seniority, enough people below you, and the least amount of people above you to be able to hold a good job.
Furloughs are when the company's business has slowed down. It's a
At least they're honest enough to tell you about furloughs. I give them. I can respect them for that.
temporary layoff.
Just know when you're
Temporary layoff. I was laid off for over a year.
furloughed, you are still working, you're still employed. It's just a temporary thing. Just how long the temporary is, you don't know.
Yeah.
Usually the
How
first
long is
4
that temporary?
years,
You don't know.
is when for
Oh. Very good. So you already know how to operate trains and be a conductor. I would apply anyways, Aaron. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I would apply anyways.
furloughs happen.
You
just
never
have to
know.
hang in there, just like everybody told me.
You never know. I'm sure you have applied, but I would keep
happen,
applying.
Don't give up.
I knew one day it would get better. I knew even though I got furloughed, as soon as I came back from that furlough, seems like my seniority jumped to where I could hold a regular job.
Yeah, because
And it
people
just got
quit, you goofy.
better and better from then on.
People
All
moved
train
on
crew
and got other
employees
jobs.
Are part of a union and pay union dues. They receive union benefits and work under union guidelines.
Your wages are protected.
Yeah, Rails, that's true.
The union
Yeah.
protects also your
You
health
probably know more than I do,
care and
honestly.
Your benefits. This is one of the last
I don't know a lot.
union
I just know what I've
protected
dealt
jobs
with.
that you're going to find in the United States that cannot be outsourced. The rails are here, the trains are here, and the jobs are here.
That is not a hand signal.
Union
What was he doing?
Good jobs.
Okay,
that you're
never
gonna
mind.
find in the United
I see what he's
States
doing.
that
It is a
cannot
hand
be
signal.
outsourced. The rails are here, the trains are here, and the jobs are here.
Union Pacific offers generous benefits, including insurance, health and wellness programs, paid holidays, and more.
I'm not a doctor or a lawyer or nothing, but we can easily make 6 figures out here
You've got road retirement, which is a good retirement.
And they say it's better than Social Security.
They say. Why do they say? They say. They say. It is. What are you talking about?
Spouse is actually kind of getting
They
paid
say. Who's they?
for being a railroad wife, and she gets a retirement at the end of my term here at the railroad.
If you have what it takes to work at Union Pacific, a rewarding, lifelong career is waiting for you. You'll be part of the proud, dedicated Union Pacific train crew team that is building America every day.
You're like a part of the family that's built in your area that you work out of. They want to see each other succeed. Nobody wants to see anybody fail.
Union Pacific Railroad is federally regulated. So, after you've been offered a position, we'll verify that you're authorized to work in the United States. We'll conduct a comprehensive medical exam, including drug and alcohol tests. You'll also be required to pass a physical abilities test. Passage of all tests is mandatory. Union Pacific is an equal opportunity.
I was with BLE, but it was only because of representation. So I know the UTU is a little bit more expensive, but as far as I was concerned, I was only looking at representation. So on the BLE side, we had a conductor who had been there for 30-something years, and we had an engineer that had been there for over 40, and they were both the local chairmen on the BLE. On the UTU side, we had 2 younger conductors that had been there 10 years, and the other one had been there for like 10 years. And so that's the only reason I went with the BLE. Yeah, Rails, you're right. That was a lot better than CSX. They were honest about furloughs, which was a good one. They're talking about money. They're actually honest about being gone, not some kind of goofy skit. NS was horrible too. I wonder if BNSF had one. Nothing wrong with that here. And that's why I started. I started doing the same thing. I started working as I was actually called a prepper for road and rail services. But all we did was get the rail cars ready to be loaded with vehicles, Mercedes. And I left from there and then went to work for a company called TSI. And all we did was work on coal cars. It was a BNSF train. And Rails, you might actually, I don't know if you've ever seen these cars, but they're JHMX cars. That was ours. They originate in Montana, and they come down from Montana, come on down through Arkansas. Then they run right through Memphis, run down through Mississippi, and then come into Alabama. Nice, Tom. I got a long ways to retirement. I got 30 years. If I was to go back with NS, I could retire. I guess I could retire in really I could retire in 18, 17 years if I went back. Hey, I know that guy. Rail switching action, Norfolk Southern. Let's watch. I'm curious. Let's see what this guy's doing. Let's see. Everybody does stuff different. I don't know. 20 to retire.
Rail fans, my name's Rowan. Thank you for
well, I should say that. 20 to retire or until you hit 60, whichever one comes first.
In. Today we're going to be checking out switching action on Norfolk Southern Railroad. I'll explain more of it as we go through the video because this video is going to be narrated, which is a little bit different from my usual style. Usually I got that camera in front of my face. I'm kind of running and gunning, just shooting what I see and figuring it out as we go along. This video is a little bit more intentional. I shot it in April.
And I'll do good right there, 9-4.
Oh, this is a really good way to train, help some newer people understand what's going on here. I wonder if he got him tying down handbrakes, but he did. Yeah, he did. There's a brake stick. 23, that's good. So look, with you being 23, You can retire at 20 years. So you can retire when you're 43, 44, whichever one comes first. You can leave at 20 years if you want to and go do another job, and you'll still draw a pension from there. If you stay for 30, they'll pay for your health insurance when you retire. So you'll actually have to stay until you're 60. So you have to work, what is that, 36 years, 37 years? 37, yeah, 37 years, and you can retire at 60. And then you'll have a balling pension from retirement, and then whatever 401k and stock program you get into with NS. Yeah, I can tell you this. There was an engineer that I worked with. The first engineer I ever worked with, his name was Mike, and I was his last conductor he ever worked with. I worked with him his last week of working, and he was there for 40 years. And he was making, just on retirement alone, he was making over $6,000 a month. Not to mention his stocks that he sold. He had a lot. 6 figures worth of stocks that he sold. He kept some of them, sold half of them. He's doing very well right now. No, I would say you could probably work even as like a mechanical laborer, like like in the diesel shop. You can clean locomotives, you can fuel locomotives, you can put sand in locomotives. You can do all that stuff, and none of that's I think you could do all that. You understand, you're also protected by the Disability Act. They can't not hire you because you have autism. If they tell you that, it's a serious lawsuit.
That's right, need one.
Take it ahead, need one. Okay. Wow. Yeah, Tom, I believe it. Ever since I've had kids, man, it just flies by. It's crazy.
And I'll do good right there,
9-4. I guess that's a train name.
get down quick 3-step CO, NS 9779.
Oh, I see. He's taking it ahead. Gotta have one car link before you can step in between.
Throughout this video, and while watching most freight railroad operations in the United States, you will
You just
hear
gotta run around their
phrase
train.
3 or 3-step, which is short for 3-step protection. This is defined by CSX Railroad as a procedure.
Guy's about to get his ears blown out.
Two more, 9-4. One more. Alright, 9-4. Gates coming down, crossing protected. Clear 30, cleared out.
Yeah, I remember doing that. I was a young guy, young conductor. Yeah, I've got a few pictures. That's where the picture from my profile came from. We were in Memphis, and we were leaving from Memphis, going by the college right here. We were coming out. This was actually right before I left Sheffield, went to Birmingham. That was a pretty good picture.
Alright, 9-4. Gates coming down, crossing protected. Clear 30, cleared out. Alright, cross check, clear 30. Clear out.
Digital scanner, yeah, I think I got on Amazon. A bunch of them. Yeah, it ran around the train. I hope he... Wait. Don't tell me he didn't drop him off. He didn't. Oh, I guess... Hang on a second. I'm confused. Question. Rails, maybe you can help me with this. Why didn't the engineer change sides? I don't know. I'm thinking, why didn't he change sides and then he can watch the shove come across and go back? He could have dropped the conductor off at the rear when he went up and then made his reverse move, but he would have to step to somebody to watch shoves. Thinking too hard.
Alright, coming to you, clear 33 to the front.
You can tell he don't like being on camera.
Alright, 9-4, gates coming down, crossing protected.
We've already seen this, okay.
Alright, drop 37 CO 9.
What is that? Is that a red lantern? I've never seen that. Mine's green. When was this taken?
Alright, 9-4, I'm up.
Oh wow, this is just the other day.
The Virgin clear, Allison West. Got you clear back here, at least 25. About 15 to the crossing. Virgin clear, Allison West.
Why is he riding that rail car that way? Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, he would have to. Yeah, that's right. He would have tied down. Oh, it's only 2 rail cars. I thought it was a bigger train than that. I thought it was like... Are they working a local with those freaking SD60s? I'm guessing that's what it is. Holy cow.
Alright, 9-4, gates down, cross protected. Clear back here, 25. Cross protected, clear 25.
That's some of that crooked wood you see at Home Depot and Lowe's, probably. How would I ride that car? Let me look at it again. Oh, wait. No, you're right, because it has the vertical. Yeah, you have to ride it that way. I'm thinking of box cars. Shows you how long I've been out there. Yeah, you have to ride it that way. I mean, you can maybe step up on the next rung, but that would be kind of sketchy. Yeah, you have to. There is no other. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You have to. Oh, it sucks. I would hate riding that car.
Clear back here, another 25. 9-4, 25. Clear 25.
Scene 2, we catch up with the action at milepost 23 at Capitol Building Supply, where most of our switching will take place in this video. Now, it's important to remember that this was shot on a completely different day with a different crew, different locomotive order, and different consist.
No,
so you'll see different
well,
rail cars in the mix, which will make for some interesting switching. But before
they used to not let us ride tank cars. They stopped us from riding tank cars, and that was the best ones to ride. And I think they changed that now. You can actually ride them. Hey, Ed, starting January 24th. Nice. Are you going to McDonough? You ain't got long. You ain't got, what, 3 weeks? 2 weeks. That guy right there is moving. Oh, really? Wow. Different day, different conductor. Three more. I miss doing all that. Back to your blue collar roots. Nice. Take that EOT out, Ma.
characteristic flashing red light at the back,
aka locomotive killer. I mean, caboose killer.
front end, as well as other data. Since this yellow boxcar will not end up being the rear of the train by the time the train returns to Manassas, Conductor is currently removing that and will place it trackside until they've built their train fully.
You going for a walk, ain't you? Did he say clear 3? Is that all he said? What's up, Michael? That is not how you clear a 3-step, I can tell you that. I'm pretty sure he said clear 3. Actually, looking at it, that's good.
Lined up this time, but the couple come undone. Any more slack? Yeah, any more slack. It was lined up this time, but the couple come undone. If you want to hit it a little harder this time. Alright, give her a try.
Give her a try.
Sorry, Donnie. No, that's right. Bad curve.
Sorry? What you saying sorry for? So you say getting on and off moving equipment even when the train completely stopped. Yeah, if you're going to uncouple a train, you have to get down. Get down, pull a cut lever. And what I used to normally do is I would pull a cut lever and I tell them to take it ahead, and as soon as I saw the knuckles start to open up, I'd reach up and grab the back end of the car. Go for a little ride.
And didn't drop this time either.
Having a hard time.
I'm back with you, so you try it again. Let's try it again. I think the guts was inside like all messed up. I don't know what was going on with it.
Having a hard time. Look like you got it. I don't know.
You got it that time, 3-step.
Not how you get a 3-step. Do not pay attention to this video. Yeah, that's right. Three-step. That's not how you get a 3-step. That's funny. I can't say anything. I've done that in the past too.
9779.
I used to say 3-step CO. And they had engineer, 3-step CO. 9779.
The conductor has now reset the switch to the main line. They will back some of these empties down so that they can...
Yeah, Aaron, you don't have to get off and all moving equipment. You can just tell the engineer to stop. You just strictly do what you're comfortable doing, and that's it. Don't let nobody rush you.
Can now access the loads and back them into the industry. He is now placing the end of train device, or EOT, at what will be the rear car of the train when they continue east back toward Manassas.
He just say 7? He did say 7.
3. Good.
Interesting coupling there. Hey, it doesn't matter. Got it done. So everybody does something different. That's a RIT device he's got with him. RIT. Oh, did he? Was that the engineer or was that somebody else? I don't know. Sure did get dark quick. I know that.
Sure to like, comment, subscribe, all the
I'll be sure and get copyright claim of that guy too, probably. What is a RIT device? A remote. What does it stand for? Hang on, let me find it. RIT device NS. I think it's like a remote something terminal. Remote intelligent terminal. All it is just a tablet. Let's see if they got any pictures of it on Google. I bet they do. I don't see one at all. That's all they have. Maybe I need to type in remote. What's that? Hang on, let me do this. RIT Norfolk. Well, I was hoping it was going to show the screen of one. I guess they're not going to. They're going to try and keep it a secret. This guy's got one in his hand, though, looks like. So a tough book, yeah. MTRs. What the heck is an MTR? That's new. I'll tell you one thing. Those RITs were garbage. That always tore up. And type in NSMTR. NSMTR. Oh, is it going to be an app on y'all's phone? Is that what that is? Mobile train reporting. Oh, okay. Ah, okay. So yeah, this is what I see right here. Makes sense. What's up, Gus? Yeah, Norfolk Southern aims to arm employees with a host of mobile apps to boost. You know what's crazy to me about this is how they preach and preach and preach. You can't have phones. You can't have iPhones. You can't have your phones on. They're going to give you one. But I'm sure they can detect if that thing is what you're doing. If you're doing something on it while you're moving, I'm sure they're going to have all types of integrated stuff in there that they can see. So are they still making y'all order 6 months worth of safety stuff like vests and gloves and glasses? So I remember them sending me an email to do that, and I was going to order my stuff, and then I quit right after that. But I didn't do it. I was going to get it and then sell it on eBay. A touchless transformation, saving time and money. is the main goal. That's pretty cool, though. Better than carrying a bunch of iron paperwork, because I still have a whole backpack full of crap out there in the garage from when I was running around on the train. Train consists and bulletins, updated train consists. And they may have stopped that too to save more money. Who knows? Who knows? Here's my homepage. You can see what I watched. I wish I had some more railroad stuff to watch, but I got to watch the cringy Norfolk Southern and CSX videos. Oh man. Gus, you going? Oh, that's right. You're going to CSX, aren't you? I'm still waiting on them to email me. I had to send off my interview questions for NS today for a carman position. Look at my email and see if they've sent me anything. Where is the mail? Mail. May Philip? Yeah, I'm sure y'all will. Birmingham. I applied in Birmingham position. I applied for it last night. They sent me an email this morning wanting me to send off my interview questions. So I did that, and I think one of their questions was what makes me a good fit. And I think the biggest thing is I've been on both sides. So like as a conductor, y'all know how important that little bitty gasket is on those glad hands, on those air hoses. And if they're leaking, and definitely if it's cold and your engine there or your engine can't, if it's really cold, it's going to take a while to pump them brakes up. If you got a bunch of leaks, then it's not going to happen. So I know how important the stupid little gasket is for you guys. And so when it comes to being a carman, I get it. Like handbrakes, oil and handbrakes, those are two simple things. Air gasket and oil and handbrakes, how important those two things are. That makes y'all's job easier. If y'all's job is done easier, then more stuff gets moved quicker, more efficiency, all that stuff, it just falls in line. So that was my answer to one of the questions. And I'm sure that they'll probably like that. What kind of signals does Buffalo run? Y'all run Conrail, NNW, hopefully Southern signals. Y'all see the comment on this? Brandon's comment. It says, "What do freight conductors really do?" This is the video I made last couple months ago, and it says nothing. That's why I switched to a carman last year. Some of the comments that y'all don't ever get to see is pretty funny. Oh, Conrail, that's tough. At least you know. At least you know. So Ed, so the Conrail signals. We go to Conrail, NS signals. And go to images. Should pull them up. Yeah, right here. With all the railroads, Conrail absorbed. I'm surprised not worse. So here's the Conrail signals. Of course, I'm pretty sure these are the same ones. I'd hate to send you these, and that'd be wrong, but I'm sure these are the ones that you need to use. Here's the link. I'll post a link. And you may have a link already. Well, CSXs aren't too bad. It's just different than what the terminology we use. Of course, wait, Conrail, y'all are using medium clears and stuff like that. See, On Southern signals, we didn't have that. We had clear, approach, divergent approach, advanced approach, divergent approach restricted. But on like Conrail and even CSX, you've got medium clear, limited clear, advanced approach, all that goofy stuff. I've looked at some of them just to get myself familiar with them, but I don't know what any of that means. Medium clear, proceed at medium speed. What the heck is medium speed? Is that authorized speed? Like, can we run 60 through there? Oh, man. I was looking for a BNSF recruiting video. BNSF Railway. Let's see if they got something. Intermobile equipment operator. From farm to table, what it takes to deliver. All right. Let's get copyright strike by these guys on Reddit.
Moving agricultural products to the dinner tables of millions of people requires a supply chain of combines, tractors, trucks, elevators, trains.
Okay, that's not that bad then. Medium 30, slow 15. Limited is 40. All right, ain't too bad.
More elevators, barges, ships, mills, food production, distribution, a store, a grocery sack, and finally, that table. Communication is at the heart of all that movement and is critical to provide efficient and safe transportation. BNSF has a long history in the agricultural heartland. Our people,
of course, they own all the west, from like Mississippi River north, all west. Well, UP's over there too, but they got most of it.
The daily information that we get from the customers and the relationship we have with them is extremely important to our operation. It may help us determine the proper tension.
You've been on a 6818. Was that the locomotive? I didn't even see it.
In advance of a harvest push or prioritize.
That must be it, wasn't it?
And is critical
yeah,
to
6818. That thing's clean compared to some of the ones we were on.
Out of a geography when needed.
Man, I hate messing with grain trains or grain rail cars. We had soybeans, we had a bunch of soybean cars in Decatur, and the stuff would leak from the bottom of these hopper cars, and it would sit there and ferment. Oh gosh, it's a horrible smell. Oh my goodness, it was horrible.
Conversations. BNSF team members' visits at customer sites provide valuable insight and
Never met anyone at a customer site.
Customer sites provide valuable.
That must be whenever they're actually
meetings with producer groups and agricultural
trying to figure out how to get their stuff from point A to point B quickest.
From planning to creating more capacity, BNSF is committed to support its customers' growth by remaining a reliable link in the agricultural supply chain.
Hello.
Day-to-day
Good evening.
to regular
Hope all is good.
about crop decisions. To planning and
rotten corn. Yeah, we had some corn stuff too, but I don't ever remember running any old fermenting corn.
Keep the supply chain moving now and in the future.
I just remember soybean, like, oh man, it scarred me for life. I remember when stupid me being young, but I saw it. I was walking down the track and I kicked it with my foot, and when I kicked it with my foot, I just stirred up that smell. Oh my gosh, it was horrible. Wheel plant.
It takes a lot of teamwork to
Wow,
keep
that's
a railway
loud.
moving. So let's celebrate a milestone.
Also pretty cool
for a
device.
team
Look
player.
at that.
The Havelock wheel plant rolls out its 3 millionth wheel set.
BNSF is
Yeah, so we had wheat too. We had wheat
in the
cars.
United States that has their own wheel shop.
The plant, which assembles and reconditions wheel sets for rail cars, is the largest wheel shop in America, an industry leader in safety and efficiency.
The Havelock Wheel Shop, quite frankly, is some of our best paying jobs in all of Northeast Lincoln.
Skilled professionals use high-tech machines to send an average of 420 wheel sets per day on to new life on the rails.
I think it's
And
just
to
an
change those
amazing
things out every day.
3 million wheel sets.
And if you place them back to back on the same track,
We could go from Lincoln to Seattle, 1,704 miles of wheels.
this single shop provides 90% of the wheel sets BNSF needs to keep its freight cars going strong. So, the next time you watch a BNSF train pass by, chances are good those same wheels rolled through the Havelock wheel plant first.
3 million. That's pretty nuts. You worked out there before? Looks like cold and snow. I'll pass. Crosstown job. What does that mean? Crosstown, like as in local? Like you'll be at home every day? You have to go. Man, I'll be praying to my engineer, please, Lord, do not catch a knuckle. That was a Rail Pass app. Ah, Intermobile, okay. J-Brat? I'm not sure. I haven't seen him say anything recently. Oh, I see. Well, that'd be a pretty easy job. At least you're gonna be, guess you'll be home that evening. Oh gosh. BNSF Railway on PTC. I'm sure y'all got a better version than NS has. NS PTC was garbage.
Positive Train Control is a sophisticated system that uses the latest in digital wireless communication technology to transmit train-related information between locomotives and the Network Operations Center, or NOC, computer systems. PTC integrates and interlocks the train information with data from the Global Positioning System to create, in effect, a safety overlay for train operations. PTC takes in the movement-related information like authority limits, speed limits, and work zones through Wi-Fi, cellular, and radio frequency communication networks.
Ours would
and
beat,
displays
man.
in a
Oh yeah, I
graphic
remember all that.
interface inside the
You'd be running like 56 and a 60, and all of a sudden it would just drop out in just red grids all the way across the screen. Brakes get applied. Oh, it was horrible. Then it'd go away, and you keep on going. It was a mess.
Let's look at how it works. Just
Several
before
times we were
train leaves
enforced
the
when we shouldn't have been.
relevant back office information transmits securely over the digital wireless communication networks from the NOC.
Tyler, I sent off my interview questions today to NS for a carman position. Still waiting for CSX to email me and for the Birmingham yard to email me about the conductor position. I'm sure I'll probably have in a couple of weeks.
In combination with a geographic track database to follow its location on the track. The computer integrates the information downloaded from the back office computer systems with its actual position on the track to ensure adherence with train movement information. At the same time, the PTC system pings wayside devices along the track through a cellular or radio communication network.
And the craziest thing about PTC for us, where it would drop out at, was this place called Paint Rock. I remember Paint Rock being specific. Let me find it. And there's nothing out there. There's no trees. It's just openness farmland. That's all it is. Let me find the satellite. And we just follow this highway right here, wherever our track's at. It's somewhere down through here. Is this our track? That's a road. Where's our track at? Like it right there. Okay, yeah, here we go. So you can see, I mean, there's some trees. There's some trees right here. But always coming through Paint Rock, there's a turn where you turn to the right here. I think it's right here. It would always drop out. You get in forest right here in this spot. And there's nothing around. Oh my gosh, it's so aggravating. He's like, yep, we're fired. We're going home. It depends on what you want to do. If you want to be at home every night, I would say go work for a short line, 2 or 3. If your sole purpose is money, or you want to be on the road and run 60 miles an hour in a locomotive, or 50 miles an hour, just, you know, be on the road, you know, doing that type of stuff, then I would definitely say class 1 for sure. That just really boils down to what you want to do. You know, if kids, family, money, all that good stuff. Talk to your engineer for my yard. I do indeed have those Conductor signals in my territory. No others. Well, that's good. At least you know what to prepare for. Oh man, I guess I'm gonna get off here. I've been taking up way too much of y'all's time. Y'all have been too generous and sticking around this long. Y'all are crazy. Ain't like I had anything planned. I wanted to make a live reaction to the CSX video, and I'm gonna cut that out now and then probably post that up Sundays. But other than that, I guess I will catch y'all on the next one. I'll probably stream some. I worked Saturday night, Sunday night. I'll probably stream next week sometime. I'll have some more videos up next week. Yeah, no problem, man. I'm glad. I say that's what this channel's for. Is for all you guys. That's all. Completely dedicated to the new guys coming in. And then of course it also very helpful whenever the guys that's been doing it for a while, like Rails and MFD, done it for a while. There's a bunch of guys here that's Gus, he's training now. A lot of people has been doing it for a while, and they can give back good information on y'all's questions. That's why I always tell people in the videos, if you have a question, put it down in the comments. That way they can answer it. Help me answer it with you. So yeah, I appreciate it, man. Tyler, take it easy, buddy. Have a good one. I'll be back next week sometime. But other than that, guys, I'll see y'all on the next one.